you're charged with murder. Makes sense, you understand?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, it's called felony murder because the robbery led to the death.
This is 24-year-old Yuri Harris, who shot a young man 3 times and left dead on his own living room.
The murder of the gentleman that you shot. If somebody would have pulled a gun out.
On me?
Mm-hmm.
I would shoot him.
You would have shot him?
Yeah. Honestly, I keep a gun to her head. You know what I mean? Making her do things. Sometimes I wake up, just wish I was dead and the way I feel, you know?
On the night of August 27th, 2020, 25-year-old Parth Patel, a university graduate with a master's degree and a promising career, was at home with his family. Harris knocked on the door. When Patel's father answered, Harris struck him in the head with a revolver and forced his way inside. As Patel's mother and grandfather tried to fight him off, Parth Patel struggled with the intruder. Harris shot him 3 times and then fled into the night, leaving behind his revolver, zips, and Parth Patel bleeding out on the floor of his own home. His pregnant wife had driven him to the house. After the murder, Harris emerged from the woods, got into her car, and told her never come back. They drove to Missouri, where been caught. In the end, you will find out his sentence.
I want to afford you the opportunity to tell me your side of the story. Right now, we don't have your side, okay? So, with that being said, would you be willing to talk to us?
I would like to talk about my wife first off. Is it okay to speak?
Yeah, I mean, if you're willing to tell us, you know,
yeah,
talk to us.
Okay, well, I'm trying to understand why my wife is in custody. That's what I'm trying to understand.
Okay. How did you? Who you was when you came up here? Your wife, right?
Right.
Okay. What we'll do, Yuri, I'll be happy to answer any question, but let me get through this. Okay?
Because she's in custody, and I have people I talk to on the phone on a regular day basis, and they're saying that she is getting charged with charges, and I'm trying to figure out why is she getting charged with anything.
Okay. So what you're saying is you think you saying she ain't got nothing to do with nothing?
She has nothing to do with anything. Anytime she was with me, honestly, I was giving her Klonopin. That's anxiety medication.
What? Okay.
That's what she's on. I steadily giving that to her, and I'm on it too. And honestly,
and when you say
few times
real quick, when you say you give it to her, what do you mean?
What do you mean? I make her take it.
Okay. She prescribed that?
Nah, she's not prescribed, but that's what I gave her.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
And anytime she don't want to do it, or anytime she with me or anything, honestly, I keep a gun to her head. You know what I mean? Making her do things. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to figure out why is she even in custody? Like, what does she have to do with anything? Okay. She's completely innocent. And what I really do truly feel sorry for this. Like, I truly do apologize for doing that to her. You know what I mean? And I truly, in person, want to apologize. You know what I mean? Because I do love her.
Understood. Okay.
So, like, and it irritates me, and irks me that she's in custody and she's completely innocent.
Yeah. Well,
and I feel guilty for doing that to her.
Got you. All right. Well, this is the deal. We don't know nothing about colonies. We didn't know that at the time. So.
Yeah. And I know when we got arrested, I know she's under influence. I'm under influence. Like, you know, honestly.
What are you under influence of?
Klonopin. Like, and if you search my car, what you will find, there's a gun in the car. That's my gun.
What type of gun is it?
It's a 380.
Okay.
That's mine. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, and you're gonna find some Klonopin in it, so you know I'm telling the truth.
Okay. Again, we didn't know that. You know, we don't know how that was spent in reference to her situation.
Yeah,
I'm glad you told me that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like she has nothing to do with any of this. Like.
Okay.
So why don't we do this? That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about what it is that's on your mind, and then we can go back and find out how that way we can find out more about what's going on, and we'll be able to determine if she's been involved in something, okay? Because right now that's all you're saying. She wasn't involved, she wasn't involved, she wasn't involved. Well, tell us what's going on, talk to us about the story, and then we can make a better decision about that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, what I'm trying to understand is, why is she in custody?
Well, we're going to figure that out as soon as we figure out the rest of what you have to say here.
Well, I'm trying to tell you what I have to say.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm just trying to figure out. I understand. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this. Do you have any idea why you in custody?
Honestly, no. Like, honestly, I'm still trying to figure out all this. But what makes me even more worried is why my wife is in custody. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What does she have to do with any of this?
All right, well, let me just cut to the chase, okay? Again, Detective Tim from the Sheriff's Office, Leon County, right? Are you familiar with that? I know.
Yeah.
I'm with the homicide unit, okay?
Homicide,
Violent
crimes, okay.
All right. With that being said, I'm gonna cut straight to the chase. This is why I'm here to talk to you. Drop $1,000 damn miles to come here and talk to you.
I understand.
To give you the opportunity to tell me what happened. Okay. So, with that being said, man, and furthermore, I'm just gonna put it out there. You saying you don't know what's going on, you don't know why you're in custody. We got evidence to tell that you do know what's going on, and it's up to you to tell us, from your perspective, what happened.
Okay, what I have to tell y'all is, I'm trying to figure out what the hell is my wife doing here. Why is she in custody?
All right, let me ask you this: have you
why did you leave Tallahassee?
To go see my parents.
Where are your parents?
They in North Carolina. I know I'm on probation. I shouldn't have left. So that's what I'm thinking. That's why when I got picked up by marshals, I'm thinking that's what it's for violation of probation. I didn't notify my probation officer that I was leaving the state.
Okay, do you know what state you're in?
Yeah, I'm in Kansas, Missouri.
Okay.
I know.
Nowhere near North Carolina?
I know that, but I'm saying I was taking a vacation, like, exploring and stuff, going to see lakes, go fishing and stuff like that. I'm enjoying my life. Kansas City, they won the Super Bowl. I wanted to go see the stadium. I had a chance to go see the stadium.
Okay, so let me back you up a little bit. You know that this is what we do for a living, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and we probably know things before we even got here, right?
Okay.
Okay. So, we have things like, we have DNA, we have video, we have license plate readers. We have all kinds of little things that help us to figure out things, okay?
What's the relationship y'all have? Is there one?
We ain't got one.
Ain't got one. We just got through interviewing Samantha.
Yeah, what's she talking about?
I can't tell you that. The only thing I can tell you is she's bawling her eyes out. She's upset, and she didn't understand what all she was into. But she does now. Okay. We were wanting to ask you some questions, but our questions have nothing, or not. It's not directed at the murder. You understand? We're here on the robberies around Tallahassee. It was about 5. Sound familiar? Okay.
That's what y'all here for?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what that has to do with my wife?
Well, she's being charged with those robberies because she drove you to them. Okay. We know it from ring, those little ring cameras and stuff that are on people's houses, and we know it from what license plate readers are. That puts her card at all 5 of those robberies. So, but before I ask you any more questions about all that, I got to read you your rights. Okay. Now, again, this is not about the homicide. This is about robberies. Before you answer any questions or make any statements, you must fully understand your rights. You have the right. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say cannot be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have them present with you while being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning. You can decide any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Basically, it's saying you can either speak to us or not. And if you do decide to speak to us, you can stop at any time. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Having these rights in mind, you wish to talk to us at this time.
Yeah.
Reference the robberies that we were just talking about. This is directed at that question. The robberies. This isn't about the homicide. Okay. Have you previously asked any other law enforcement officers that allow you to speak to an attorney about this incident or incidents?
Have I asked anybody to speak about this incident? No.
Now, and you understood each of those rights, and having those rights in mind, you wish to speak to us.
Yeah, I would like to speak to y'all.
Okay. Well, why don't you look at, make sure you have the right to remain silent. What's written here is, do you understand your rights? You said yes. You have not asked to speak to an attorney related to these robberies. And this is yes, that you, I know my handwriting looks like a doctor's, but that's yes, okay? And just signing there doesn't make guilt. Right here it just says that you that we read this so you understand it.
Yeah. Can I ask you something?
Now, hang on just a second. When I go, I'm absent-minded. If I don't write this down, I'll forget it. Oh, go ahead.
Like my wife, she had nothing to do with none of that. You know what I mean? Even like whatever you guys say that she was with me or why not, whatnot. You know what I mean? Like how come she's getting charged with anything?
Well, the problem is when it comes to armed robbery. Okay, if I drive you to the scene,
Okay.
I let you out, you walk up to the scene, you pull a gun out and rob somebody, you come back, and I drive you away, I'm just as guilty of that armed robbery as you are.
Okay.
Now, and to I guess maybe explain it the best, in the state of Florida, you walk into the Circle K, that's Capitol Circle on Crawfordville Highway. You rob that store, you got a gun in your hand, and you shoot somebody. And I drove you to that store. You run back and we drive off. You're charged with murder, and I'm charged with murder. Makes sense, you understand?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, it's called felony murder because the robbery led to the death, which had you not been committing the robbery, the death wouldn't occur at the Circle K.
Okay.
Okay, that's reason she's been charged. And we can put her car at these scenes.
Okay, well, is it recorded and everything? We're good?
Yeah.
All right, well, what I have to say is, I swear a statement, whatever, when you guys see her in the car and everything, when she's with me, it's because I'm feeding her, giving her Klonopin. It's medication for anxiety. I'm dosing her and literally putting a gun to her head, for her, when I'm with her. And that's God honest truth. I feel bad for that, for what I did. I truly am sorry for that. If I can, I would like to speak to her in person, apologize to her, bottom of my heart, because I do feel guilty now, because I wasn't in the right state of mind either. I was taking drugs, but when she's with me, I literally have a gun. I have a 380. I'm putting it to the head, making her do this while she's intoxicated.
Did she know you didn't have bullets for that gun? Did she know you didn't have bullets for the gun?
I don't know what she did. Nah.
Now, so she drove you to this robbery. You remember this one? You had a shirt over your head, the Sitco gas station on Crawfordville Highway. Your gray shoes, your black pants.
Okay.
Do you remember this one? This was like the first robbery that we know about.
Okay. All right. Well, did she say I did all this?
Well, she said that was your outfit. That you don't recognize that?
No.
How about this one? This was at McKenzie's. It's like a little striped outfit. Same gun here. Same gun here.
Mm-hmm.
You remember this one?
No.
You remember this one? Dark gray, blue, gray. And she said this was your outfit. This is like your favorite hoodie.
Well, I'm telling you, anytime she's with me, anytime anything I do, she's intoxicated.
Okay.
Hey, let's
Can you see something?
That's the back of your neck.
Okay.
That's not you? That's not you.
I can't even see that, honestly. But all I'm just trying to tell you is...
Okay, let's cut this for a second, okay? There's one of two things, okay? She's in this right now because of you, okay?
I understand that.
She is in jail and in handcuffs in Missouri because of you.
I understand that, and I'm
Okay.
truly sorry about
So
it.
here's the thing. So
if you really care about her and you love her and you don't want her to be in that situation,
I don't.
hold on, let me finish. Then the only way that you can do that is take responsibility for what you did. And if you want to, she didn't have anything to do with it, then you take responsibility for it and tell us exactly what happened on every single one of those, then that might help her out.
Okay. Well,
Okay. So here's where we want to go. Okay. I don't want to be lied to. We didn't just drive 1,000 miles from Tallahassee to sit in a room in a police department that's not ours to have somebody lie to us, and then we're going to turn around and drive 2 days back. Okay. So if you want to help her out, then you need to help us with 5 robberies that we had in Tallahassee, that we have all kinds of evidence, we know all kinds of information, but this is your chance.
What I'm trying to figure out is, y'all saying she's involved with this stuff, but I don't see none of that. Like, how y'all gonna prove my wife is involved in something like this?
There's home cameras, ring cameras, and what they call LPR, license plate readers, that puts her car and puts her there.
I understand, and I'm telling y'all, anytime she's with me doing anything, it's because I have a gun to her head and giving her
and I understand that.
So she's not even
But
aware of where she at.
you're not even putting yourself, you're trying to say these aren't you. You're trying to say that's not you, and that's not your sweatshirt, that's not your pants, that's not your shoes. So you're sitting here lying to me about that being you at these stores because you robbed the Sitco.
I'm not lying to you.
You robbed the McKenzie. You came back and robbed the McKenzie again. You robbed the Shell Station on Northman Road, and you robbed the Sitco again. You robbed 2 stores twice. You remember any of that?
I'm just trying to figure out. Like,
you remember the thing I was just explaining to you? Me and you go to the Circle K.
no, I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, why is my wife getting charged with any of that when she's not even fully present? Like, she's freaking drugs. I gave her.
Once again, that's your fault.
And I'm telling you
And
that.
we get that, and that's not a defense for her. Okay? She drove you to those locations.
Intoxicated because
It doesn't matter.
Do it.
It doesn't matter.
It's not a defense in court.
That's not a defense in court. She drove you to those locations. So, like I'm saying, the only way that you can possibly help her out with the state attorney once you guys get back to Tallahassee, to Leon County, is to be truthful, help us, admit, that whatever you did, if you did it, I don't want you to say I did something, you didn't do it, but that's the only thing that's going to help her out. You can sit there and admit to everything and help us and give us information, and you can sit there and we'll document it. Yeah, okay, he said that she had nothing to do with it, he held a gun to her head, he was feeding her drugs, whatever. We'll tell the state attorney's office that. But if you're going to sit here and waste our time and not help us out, then it'll just go to court, and you just have to deal with court, and she'll have to deal with court.
So I call it two-stepping, dancing, trying to dance around the facts. What that tells me is you don't care about anybody. Am I wrong? Except for Yuri? Do you care about this woman? Do you know she's possibly pregnant with your baby?
I know that.
And you're going to sit here and, I showed you a picture of that outfit, the first robbery, and you're like, it's your shirt. You know that's you. You know that's your shoes. Your shoe. We got your shoes.
Okay, I understand that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you're with me so far.
I'm with you.
So she pulled down on Munson Boulevard. You got out of that car and you walked up to that first store and you hit that guy with a pistol. Why did you hit the guy?
Why did you ask me this?
Why did you hit the guy with a pistol?
Okay, what I'm trying to figure out, if y'all saying that y'all know all this about me,
I want to know why Yuri did something. Why did you hit the man with a pistol?
You're saying I did something right there.
So why did you hit him with a pistol? Did he make you mad? Did he not move fast enough? Did he call you a name?
I'm trying to figure out why is you asking me all this, trying to find information if y'all think y'all already know everything.
I know enough to send you to prison on these robberies. I just want to know why. Why is a man going to get out of prison, marry a woman, and about 3 days after they get married, start robbing stores? I'm nosy. I just want to know why. I mean, put yourself in my shoes, and we've done some stupid stuff like this, and you were investigating it. Okay, you've been on that side a number of times. You've been on that side enough that you go into prison. Don't you think you would want to know why? Why somebody thinks something? Why did of all these stores, only one person got pistol whipped? I just want to know why that one person got hit. Was it because they didn't move fast enough? Was it because they looked at you wrong? Was it because you knew this guy and you wanted to hit him anyway?
Or why'd you rob the store? Why'd you rob any of them?
I mean, I understand all that.
But here's the thing. You're not going to help her if you don't help us and take fault for what you did. I mean, that's just plain and simple. You cooperate and tell us mostly what we already know. Hell, we had enough to charge you. And we drove 1,000 miles up here to talk to you.
Well,
so here's the thing.
How come y'all ain't picked me up so earlier, if y'all know all this?
Why we hadn't come up here earlier?
No, I'm saying, when I was not in custody, I knew all this. Why you ain't come and get me?
Because it took a while to find you. It took the U.S. Marshals to find you.
Yeah, but they found me. Why was they even looking for me? Because of this?
Mm-hmm. We've been looking for you for a while.
Since July.
We didn't know you were out at that hotel.
I'm saying, how was y'all looking for me when...
So we're not about to say, listen, Yuri, we don't play that game.
No, I know, I'm on probation.
I'm Vegas. I'm the dealer.
Okay, no,
You're the gambler.
No, I understand.
You get your card. You get the cards that we allow you to have. I'm not going to sit here and give you information.
I know that.
You know how this game's played.
I know what y'all saying. I know perfectly.
We're not playing that game.
I know what y'all saying, man. All I'm trying to tell you is I'm on probation. So if y'all looking for me, all it takes is to call my probation officer, and he knows exactly where I stay at. So if y'all saying y'all been looking for me from July,
but you want to stay on working.
Where sure your probation officer didn't know you were living at the Sunset Motel out on...
He did. I did tell him.
Okay.
And when me and my probation officer were meeting up, we was meeting up at Orchid.
Mm-hmm. He thought you... The only information we got from him was Orchid. How long has he known that you lived out on Appalachian Parkway? Because I'm going to address this with a supervisor, because he didn't tell me about that. And is he a friend of yours?
No, that's my probation officer.
I mean, is there a reason he would do this and not tell us where you were?
I have no idea, but I'm just saying, y'all been looking for me since July. It was just kind of hard to believe.
Listen to me. You want to ask a bunch of questions? We're not telling you everything we know. You know the game. We don't do that. Okay? Obviously, we knew enough to put warrants on you, and you're sitting in an orange jumpsuit and handcuffs and shackles in a jail in Independence, Missouri. I've never even been here before.
I'm pretty sure you didn't know Independence.
I'm pretty sure you've never been here either. So, we can sit here and go round and round, and you can beat around the bush and not do whatever and try to get us to give you some information. Here's the thing. If you really cared about her...
I do care.
And here's the thing. You've been to prison, right?
Right.
Do you want her to go to prison?
No, that's what I'm telling you.
Listen to me. We've already addressed that.
Oh, no, I know.
Okay, she got charged. We know she was there.
Yeah, but she's in...
Listen to me. Do you
she
want
don't
her...
even know half of the time when she at in first place.
Do you want her to go to prison?
I don't. That's what I'm saying.
She got charged with 5 first-degree felonies for armed robbery with a firearm. 5. Okay? Do you want her to go? Because right now, where we're going, the road that you keep going down right now with us and try not to give us information, whatever, she's going to prison. She's going to, if she's pregnant, she's going to have a child inside state prison.
Well, I know that.
So, we don't need to keep, so you can either talk to us.
Okay, but if y'all know all this, why is you asking me?
Because we need it to come out of your mouth. If
Right,
you want to
so
help her.
Yeah, so you can help her.
And I'm telling you, anytime she's with me, she's
It doesn't matter. You already told that.
I'm putting guns in her head and making her do things.
There's people on death row that tried to use that defense. It didn't work. Being high, being drunk is not a defense. You understand that?
Yeah.
That is not a legal defense. It has been thrown out time and time and time again. You cannot use that. Are you following me?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm following you.
Okay.
So
She was there. She drove. You took her. You used her car to commit 5 first-degree felonies. By putting her there, she could have had the gun in her hand and pointed the gun at the clerk, and she's no less guilty than you are. But the problem is, you're sitting here dancing around, and what you think you're going to do is outsmart us. Because you've been in prison long enough, you think you're smarter than the police. That's your problem.
I don't think
That's your problem. Yes, it is. I already talked to enough people. I know enough about you. You think you're smarter than everybody else.
What you're trying to do is...
You think you're smarter than everybody else. You think you're going to get information from us in order to try to help yourself. Okay?
I don't care about
I don't
myself.
want her to suffer from your problems.
I understand.
You follow me?
Yes.
She should not be facing all these charges.
Okay.
But then you're sitting here trying to play games about, I don't recognize that outfit. And I don't recognize that shirt. And
Okay, well, let me ask you something. You know I've been in prison 6 years, man. Last time I committed some robberies or crimes or whatever, y'all told me some, hey, you just tell me you admit to this, I will help you. Y'all didn't do anything for me.
And listen to me.
The suspect drops the remorseful tone and becomes the hardened, betrayed former inmate. This is a crucial moment of criminal alienation. He no longer trusts law enforcement's promises. Psychologically, it's a defense mechanism. If he believes all cops lie, then any deal they offer is worthless, and he can justify staying silent. But notice the contradiction. Minutes earlier, he wanted to help his wife. Now he's stuck between 2 neural pathways, the protector and the cynic. This outburst also reveals a deep-seated perception of injustice from past convictions, which shapes his current decision-making. For an analyst, this is where the interrogation pivots from cooperation toward pure self-interest. He's not just fighting charges. He's fighting the system he believes already betrayed him.
There ain't nothing we can do to help Yuri.
Okay.
Yuri's killed a man. That doesn't have anything to do with our case. But that charge in of itself, you're never going to get out of prison. The only thing you can do right now in this room is help her. You follow me?
Okay, and I'm trying to help you.
No, you're not.
So, listen to me. This is how you hope, okay?
Okay, well, look, okay, listen. You say if I help, that's my wife, you feel me? And I'm telling you what it is. And if I admit to all this shit, well, how do I know she's not going to be charged for some shit that she has nothing to do with it? Now
Here's the thing.
present.
This is how, okay, let's get past the whole...
How do I know that for sure?
Listen to me for a second, okay? This is how this works, okay? I don't know what you got arrested for. I know you got arrested for some burglaries.
Yeah.
That's breaking into people's houses and nobody's there.
Right.
First of all, wasn't my case. I didn't even read those cases. I know you spent time in prison. That's all I know about Yuri until all this other stuff, okay? So, the only way for you to help her, okay, because she's already talked to us.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, so...
We're not going to tell you what she said.
Yeah, listen to me, this is how this works, and I'm not bullshitting you, okay? We've both been doing this for a long time. Okay? So, the only way to help her is for us to go through these robberies, and we show you some information, and if it's you, and you're truthful, 100% truthful, I get. If you say that you put a gun to her head, you made her head, okay, listen to me. If you're 100% truthful with us, and you take responsibility for your actions, not only for your actions, but for the actions that you placed her in that now has her sitting in jail.
Okay, so...
Hold on.
Cool. If I admit to all this and tell you the honest truth, God truth, will she be walking out of this jail?
Not here. Okay?
She's got to go to Tallahassee.
She's got to go to Tallahassee.
And how long is this going to take?
We don't know.
Hoping next week. Okay? I mean, it took us 2 days to drive up here. That's 1,000 miles.
I understand.
That's 16 hours.
How long did it take y'all to drive up here? About the same amount.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing, and I'm not... We go through these cases,
Right.
okay? You don't beat around the bush. You don't sit there and lie to me about that we already know, okay? And you kind of answer some of the questions that we have, and we're curious of why this and why this, why were you doing this? Because we've got other evidence to charge you, and go to court and everything else. But we want the whole picture. I don't like just having, half a pie.
Okay.
Okay? But if we get all that information, you take responsibility for your actions. As soon as we get back to Tallahassee and we talk to the state attorney's office who approved all this stuff, you'd be like, you know what? We went and talked to Yuri, and this is what he said. He 100% was truthful. He took responsibility. He hands down swears on a Bible, whatever religion you believe in. I don't care what it is, that she had nothing to do with it. I made her do it. Whatever you said, I put a gun to her head and I made her eat Klonopins every day.
Well, yeah,
here's the thing. So listen to me. So
and there's evidence in the car with Klonopins.
We tell the state attorney's office that, and by you taking responsibility, that helps her out immensely. I'm not saying that she's going to sit in jail. I'm not saying that she's just going to get off scot-free. They might drop the charges. They might reduce it down to something, whatever. But that's for the state attorney to decide. Okay? They're not going to drive up here because that's not their job. That's our job. Okay? But I can't tell them all the information and tell them how cooperative you were and that you're taking responsibility so that you don't screw up somebody else's life. That way they can use that information, and maybe only Yuri gets charged with the robberies.
Which is kind of crazy for her to get charged.
It doesn't. Here's the thing. We've already been through that.
All right. Okay. I'm asking. Can I not even talk to my wife? Can I just apologize to my wife for making her suffer, for putting
listen,
the
only thing we can do, here's the thing. This is not our jail. This is not our state. This is not our city. I can't let you talk to her. We're invited here. We're guests here. The only thing that, and I'll tell you right now, and I'll ask them, the only thing I can do is what you told me. I can walk into the room that she's sitting in and repeat exactly what you just said, that you were sorry, that you didn't mean to put her in this situation, and from the bottom of your heart, you love her, and that you are extremely regretful that you put her in this situation. I will do that. If we do this whole thing, we get done talking, I will walk in there and tell her that.
Can you tell her?
That's about as good as I can do.
Can you tell her that I'm sorry for feeding her drugs and putting a gun to her head everything.
But I can't let you talk to her. They can't. I mean, the police here in this, they can't even do that. There's rules and regulation. You're both inmates. You're currently incarcerated with the jail here. You're a male. She's a female. I mean, there's all kinds of rules and regulations that we can't even violate in Tallahassee because we can't do stuff like that. So we can't ask them to do that, and this is their home.
Because we can't risk you hurting her. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like you said, we can relay it.
Oh, I'll tell her 100%.
But the thing is, like you were saying, Yuri's got to take responsibility for what he did. He's got. It's like I said, I want to know why you did things. I know you did it. I just want to know why. I mean, was it because you were doing this drug or that drug and you needed money for it? Why did you take this? Why did you hit this person? Why did you go to this store? Why was there 10 days between these robberies? Those are questions I want to know. Because it wasn't like you hit a store and you randomly came back. It was like almost a pattern. And as a cop, we're automatically, interested in why. And the only person that can answer this pattern stuff of, why the times that you hit one store. You may not even realize you hit one store at 9:50 or 8:56. You hit it again at 8:57. Did you know that? Did you know you robbed it at the same time? Were you even aware of the times that you said? That's the stuff that's got me nosy. And the first one you hit at 9 o'clock. And then the next two stores were like 1 minute off. But then, it was like a 10-day, a 13-day break, then 10-10. It's just weird how this pattern went. Are you going to help us put those pieces together? Or is that a no?
I'm just trying to figure out, man. I'm so confused, bro. I'm
so you're trying to say you hadn't done any of this?
I'm just trying to figure out why,
You see this little thing right here? It's called a hand. There's something here called skin. There's skin that goes all the way up your arm and covers your whole body. Your skin's flaking off the whole time. We have a process, basically it's a special vacuum. And what do you think the skin contains? What the stuff that falls off you everywhere you walk?
DNA.
Yeah. What do you think's in this? Our DNA is right now in this room right now. You can't get rid of it. You can pour bleach all of this, but you can't get rid of all of it because it's stuck on the walls.
Right.
It's everywhere. So I will tell you that. We got DNA on you. So you can sit here and kind of try to, I guess, I don't know, maybe in your head you're trying to convince yourself that you're convincing us that you didn't rob these stores. But your DNA bit, and here's what, let me explain to you how lawyers look at this. Okay, he's saying he did all this. He held a gun to her head. He made her do these robberies.
I ain't made her do nothing.
You made her go, is what you were just saying. You just said you dug, put a gun to her head and made her...
I'm saying anytime I'm with her doing any crazy things, it's literally I'm drugging her. Putting drugs in her system.
So you're trying to say you didn't do these robberies.
I'm just trying to figure out, man. I'm going to tell you, I want to tell you everything, but I'm just like, I'm so freaking confused. I feel like y'all just going to use this information against me, bro. And still my wife, basically, because she has nothing to do with any of this.
No attorney is going to believe what you're saying if you don't sit here and take responsibility first for what you did. How can I say that I made this man go with me and rob a store, and then I sit here and you're the cop, and I sit here and I want to admit that I robbed a store? You see what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? I put a gun to his head, I dope him up, I make him drive me to the store, but then I get caught, he gets caught, and then I try to tell you that I put a gun to his head and I doped him up to rob that store, but then I sit there and I won't say I robbed the store. That's what you're doing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
No,
Does that make any sense? I mean, it's just confusing the hell out of me trying to say it to you to explain what you're doing.
I've already said it to you, and I mean, I can't make it any clearer. We can sit here and keep going around, or you can just say whatever, and we'll walk out and we'll go do what else we got to do, and we'll drive back to Tallahassee.
Because basically, I'm gonna have to tell the attorneys that basically you're lying to us, and what little bit you're giving us is you think it may help your wife.
And all the information we have, which we're going to use all the same information on her, then she's just going to have to go through the same court process.
And you realize she's looking at life in prison, right?
Right. Yeah, you're right. Alright, well, all those robberies I committed, you know what I mean?
So what I need you to do, if that's the truth, what do you have on your head? Is that a shirt or is that a sweatshirt? It's like bluish green.
Right, let me read this.
Now, you can't read it. You can look at the picture. You see this outfit?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out why is you hiding all this if you...
I'm not going to sit here and let you read everything. Okay? You don't have a right to do that. This is you. This is your shirt. Where's this shirt at? You don't know? Did you only wear it one time? Or did you wear it to multiple robberies?
Why do you go like this? Why can't I just talk to you and tell you?
I'm not going to let you read the paper.
So, the first robbery, okay?
That's the first.
At a Citgo station, less than a mile down the road from where her dad lives on Orchard. You know where
grew up around.
You know where Orchard is? You know where her dad lives? Yeah. At least answer that question. Do you know where her dad lives on Orchard Drive?
Yeah.
Okay. That first gas station that you robbed is literally like right down the street from her dad's house. Okay? It's right on the corner of Crawfordville Road and Munson Highway. Munson Boulevard. Okay? I get it. We take her out of this. We know that she drove you there. Let's get past that. Okay? Listen to me.
She didn't even have ideas. She didn't even know none of this shit.
Okay, and that's fine. That's fine. But I can't believe that statement unless you give me honest statements about everything else. You can sit here and tell me till you're blue in the face she had nothing to do with it, she had nothing to do with it, she had nothing to do with it. Hell, I don't know. Maybe it was her idea. Maybe you guys needed money. She wanted to try to find you guys a house, and you guys needed money so you could stop living in a motel and get money to go get a place to rent.
Maybe she's pregnant and she needed money for an abortion.
I get it. She's got a 3-year-old son that has developmental issues, and that's very expensive to get the help you need for that. So, if you're not going to sit here and be honest with me, I can't say that I believe you 100% that she had nothing to do with it. So the only way I can start to believe you is that if you start telling me information that I already know and that Investigator Pinker knows, and that you take responsibility for all the stuff that we already know, and then you answer some questions on why. Why did you do this?
What's the difference between me admitting or not admitting this, or when I have a lawyer and still will talk to him about all this? And, like, you know, I can tell him same tell y'all. Do you understand?
And you can't.
That's
your right.
That's the piece of paper we read
Yeah.
to you.
And if that's what you choose, hey, we'll get up and walk out. Okay? And if you want to do that, like I said, that you just sign that piece of paper, you want to talk to the attorney, all you got to do is say that word. Okay? However, like I said, you're trying to help her out because you say you care for her. Okay? So that can either help her out next week, in the next 2 weeks, or we can just draw this out and it can go on for months and she can be transported down to Leon County Jail and have 5 felonies on her sitting in jail and not be able to bond out. And she'll listen to me, and she'll sit in Leon County Jail until 6 months, 7 months, 9 months, a year. If she can't bond out, she's going to sit in jail till court. Okay? COVID has extended court dates. They haven't had court in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. So she can either sit in jail and wait to go to trial, if that's where this goes.
I know what you're saying. What's the charges?
Same as yours.
Yeah.
She has all your charges.
Like, what charges?
Well, with us, she's charged with first-degree armed robbery.
5 counts. 5 times.
5 counts. Then what else?
5 times.
And the sheriff's office has a charge with the murder of the gentleman that you shot, which we're not talking about.
Yeah, we're not talking about
that. That's not our case.
But that's her charges. That's what she's being charged with. The same exact stuff you're being charged with. So we got that out. So the only way that we can go to the state attorney and say, hey, yeah, he admitted to it, he was cooperative, he said she had nothing to do with it, whatever, and we believe you, then that might speed up her process of not having to go through all this. But I don't know. That's the state attorney. But I can't even tell them anything. Like, what am I going to and tell them right now? Yeah, I talked to Yuri.
He just said if he did anything bad, she was there.
He didn't help us out. He didn't admit to anything. He didn't take responsibility. And hey, do whatever you do in court.
Yuri, what that almost sounds like to me is we got 5 robberies. The sheriff's office has a murder. It almost sounds to me that there's a whole bunch of crap we don't know about that you made her do, allegedly, that you made her do. And you're sitting here going, well, if I did it, I forced her to do it. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like, is there a bunch of stuff that we don't know that you've done? I mean, have you done something besides these 5 robberies? And, you know, the thing that I think the sheriff's office already talked to you about.
Yeah, I told the sheriff department that I want to speak to my attorney.
Okay. That's the reason we're not.
But that ain't had nothing to do with my wife, though. They didn't even mention my wife because they know better.
But see, what I'm wondering now, is there drug dealers that's been robbed that we don't know about because they don't report it?
I'm saying, why would I tell you that?
I'm just saying, that's what I'm wondering. That's what the game you're playing right now is, making it look like you've done a whole lot more stuff than what we know about now.
It doesn't even matter if I did 100 more stuff. One the fucking crime is going to give me a life sentence anyway. So
we're not worried about. We already said we're not worried about Yuri. We're trying to help Samantha. You see what I'm saying? Yuri,
you dug a deep hole. Deep.
I mean, look,
deep hole.
You've already gone. You got 3 or 4 strikes against you. Well, you've gone to prison before, and then all this. Right? I mean, you've gone to prison. You got right out of prison, started doing more serious stuff than you did before you went to prison. You see, and in doing that, you violated your probation. So you've gone to show that the state can't trust you to be out in public. They can't even put you on probation or parole because you take a step up. You were going into houses and stealing stuff. Now you're going into stores with guns. You see what I'm saying?
And now you're dragging somebody else into it.
We're not here to help you. we're trying to help Samantha, but you don't get that. See what I'm saying? I can't help you. I can't sit here. I cannot sit here and look you in the face because I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I'm not going to sit here and say I can get Yuri out of going to prison. That's a possibility. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not. Even if it hurts my case, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. You know, I can say legally, I can say here, oh man, Yuri, you talk to me, you tell me everything. We can get you back on probation. That ain't happening.
I already know that.
You understand?
I already know I'm going to probably get in death penalty. I mean, but either way, you know what I mean?
Here's the thing. The only person that you can help out and that we can try to help out
is your baby and your baby's mama.
is Samantha sitting over there crying, talking to us. Because she can't fathom or understand why she's in the situation that she's in right now. She's been arrested for petty theft and, like, leaving the scene of an accident. Like, that's juvenile stuff, that's whatever. I mean, you know, so for her to now be charged with first-degree felonies that have sentences of life in prison, and she's 30 years old, her whole world right now is freaking upside down. She doesn't know what to think. You know, I mean, we were talking to her, she's crying. She almost wanted to throw up. I'd probably want to do the same thing. Like, it's different. If I made the decision to do something, that's me controlling me.
You've been to prison before.
Okay.
You know what you're facing. She doesn't.
You know, I went and did this, and I dragged somebody else along who probably never once in their life would go into a convenience store and rob somebody or be a part of that. I guarantee if you would have told her beforehand, hey, babe, we're going to go rob this convenience store, she'd be like, what the hell is wrong with you? And you'd get into a fight or she'd storm off or whatever. There ain't no way. From talking to her, the time that we talked to her today, there's no way that but I can't keep repeating the same thing. I mean, we're not just going to sit here all night. Yes, we can't help you. But if you want to help her.
That's me right there.
When you saying with the blue shirt on
That
your head?
blue shirt on the head, that's me. With a striped shirt, that's me too right there.
Okay.
So let me ask this. And it doesn't really matter, but
And look,
why did the guy get hit in the head? Why? I mean, did he?
Okay, no. All I'm trying to say is, man. Yeah, that's all that. That's me. I ain't gonna deny none of that shit. All right. All I'm trying to say is, you guys got an innocent woman locked up, charged the same thing I'm charged with. Where she's not even aware of shit.
Did you drag her into it?
I dragged her into, like, putting a gun to her head and drugging her, and that's fucked up on my part. And I feel real fucking.
I will 100% agree with you.
I feel real fucking.
And I really hope you do. I really do.
And I really want to apologize and from the bottom of my heart and tell her how much I'm sorry.
And I will tell her.
She didn't even know none of this.
And I will tell. But here's the thing. So, but for me to help believe everything. So, like I said, we have a few questions. So. And maybe you don't know why. Like, because that was the first robbery, okay? The 4 other robberies, you never hit anybody. Like, why? I mean, I don't know, because they were females and he was a male? Or did he look like he was going to grab a phone?
Yeah,
like, why?
Because he wouldn't cooperate.
So, because he wouldn't get the money fast enough? Or, okay.
Yeah,
so
he didn't want to do nothing.
Okay, so you hit the first guy. So, why, like I said, there's like 10, 13 days between each one of these robberies. You know, was the money going for drugs? Was it going for a place to stay?
It's going for drugs, to get more drugs.
To get more, okay. What was your drug of choice?
I was doing Klonopins.
So
I was doing downers, benzos.
Okay. So you were using that money. So you're using the money from the robberies
to support
your drug habit.
and feeding drugs, you know.
Okay.
So you had enough money to do maybe 10, 13 days, and then when you ran out of money, you did the next robbery? Pretty
much.
So, but why the same store? Like, so you hit the Citgo station down the road, okay, then that's a reason. That's why, I mean, So you hit the same one twice, less than a mile down the road from her house, or Dad's house. It's just, that usually doesn't happen.
Right around the corner.
Somebody goes and robs a store, they rob the store, and then they go rob a store in another city. Like, they don't come back 2 weeks later and be like, you know what, I'm going to hit that same store again. But I get it.
I guess it's a lack of fear. You know, that's always been my biggest fault. Just not
You're
really
so afraid.
I'm afraid
So,
of shit.
You know, yeah, you hit the, when, do you think of it as the Marathon or the McKenzie, the one that's on the Parkway? What do you call it?
Out by Walmart.
It's right next to the Regions Bank.
I thought that was a Marathon.
Yes, a Marathon.
Yes.
It's got a sign outside, but that's why it's a Marathon gas station, but the name of it is McKenzie Mart. Okay. Did you hit it twice because it was easy and you got a lot of money, or it was just because it was easy?
It was easy.
Okay. Do you remember how much money you got the first time?
No.
Do you remember which one was your biggest score?
No, I don't even
You don't remember?
that.
Do you even know how much money you got from each
I
store?
don't even count.
You don't even count it? Okay.
And like I said, all the time, anyways, I'm just doing.
Now, that pistol that you had in the robberies, where did you get it from?
I didn't have that pistol.
What kind of pistol was it?
It was a 22.
So was it 22? Okay, because I didn't think it was a 22.
Yeah, I didn't have. I had that before I even went to prison.
Where was it stored at?
It was buried.
Wow, okay.
Where?
It was buried in the woods, somewhere in Crawfordville.
Somewhere in Crawfordville?
So you knew.
Yeah, I know. I didn't have that gun.
Was it 22? Was it a semi-auto or a revolver?
Revolver.
Okay.
Test stuff.
See, and that's see, now the conversation that we're having right now, I know you're being 100% honest with me because you want to help her out. Because you're answering questions that I already know the answers to, but I want to see if you're going to lie.
No, we didn't know you had the gun buried. We just didn't know where it came
Which is, I find that interesting that, you know, you spent 6 years in prison, that you had the forethought or the idea to bury a gun before you went to prison.
Why don't you put it in to bury it so it wouldn't, because most of the time if a gun's buried for like 6 years, it won't fire. It won't work.
It had nothing wrong with it. It was in a
Is it wrapped in plastic or
Yeah.
something? Like a garbage bag?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. How in the world do you remember the exact, or do you have to dig a couple of spots to
I
find
had
it?
a big tough spot.
Was it at somebody's house or?
Nah,
And I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, no, it was just somewhere I buried it. You know, somewhere in the woods.
You had like a marker or something you
Yeah.
go to, and kind of like a treasure map,
Yeah.
a pirate, you
Yeah,
step
it's
on
easy.
10 steps and...
Yeah.
Did you use that same revolver, 22 revolver, on all 5 of the robberies?
Yeah.
Okay. Why, you know, some people, you know, a lot of robbers, they pull right up, you know, they go into the store, rob it, they go jump in the car, and off they go. You're different. You know, did you just drive by the store and go, man, I'm going to hit that store? Or did you know that, like, hey, if we pull down this street down here, like it's dark, nobody's going to see us, I'll walk into the store.
There's no cameras.
And there's no cameras, so when I walk, then nobody's going to know, and then we drive off and nobody knows anything.
I mean, I just didn't care.
You
I was
didn't
so
care.
intoxicated that I just didn't really care if I was alive or dead or anything. I was just really
So you didn't plan them out?
I didn't plan shit.
Do you remember this? Do you remember robbing the store on the Shell store on Northman Road?
Like by the old Tallahassee Mall.
Yeah.
Because that's the only store that you didn't rob twice.
Yeah, I remember all that.
Where did you have her park at? Like,
I mean, she wasn't even there that night.
so she wasn't at the Shell
Like,
station.
all I'm saying is, and y'all can take this to the grave, like, I already told you this much, so there's no reason for me to even
No,
lie
and I
to you.
appreciate you telling me all that.
Honestly speaking, I'm so on drugs. Like, I know this is not going to help my case or nothing.
Okay.
Like, a lot of I just know I robbed him because you showed me pictures. But half of that, I don't even remember. Like, it could be 10 people in the car, and I wouldn't even tell you if there was 10 people. I wouldn't remember. I just know you showed me pictures. I know all the clothes. That's me.
Okay, so, okay.
So,
all right,
like,
cool.
so a lot of that stuff,
See,
she might not even been there.
So you robbed 5 convenience stores. How many of those convenience stores? Because this might help her.
Did you make her drive to?
How many of those 5 did you make her drive to? And maybe she didn't know what you guys were going to do or whatever, but how many of those 5 did you make her drive to?
Did you force her or trick her to drive?
Honestly speaking, man, I don't even know.
You don't
Like,
know.
I don't even know, honestly. I'm not even lying to you.
Okay.
Like, for all I know is, I know I went in there and did that.
Okay.
And what freaks me out is, by me not even knowing this, if she was even in the car half of the times, what freaks me out is she's in custody for something I did.
Yeah, I mean,
for something that she didn't even know. Like, literally, I'm a drug addict, okay?
This is a classic confession with a hedge. He admits to the robberies but claims drug-induced blackouts to minimize accountability. Psychologically, it's fascinating. He's not lying about the acts, but he's dissociating from his own agency. This is common in substance-related offending. The person genuinely may have fragmented memory, yet the law holds them responsible for choosing to take the drugs. More interesting is his follow-up, that his wife might be in custody for something he doesn't even recall. That's not fake. That's the raw interface of addiction, shame, and love. He's not asking for mercy for himself. He's asking for mercy for her, based on his own mental fog. For a psychologist, it raises questions. Does he really believe his own amnesia? Or is it a convenient narrative? The answer is probably both.
Me being a drug addict, being selfish, turning her into one, making her take these drugs just so I can escape the reality of what I'm doing.
Here's the issue. When people that you're friends with and you choose to hang out with somebody, like I said, she might not know. Just like he gave you the experience.
Like she didn't.
I could be boys with somebody
I
growing
guarantee
up.
if you ask her right now, if she was there or there, she probably wouldn't even fucking.
Actually, so yeah, she did. She admitted to.
So she did remember
She
that.
did admit driving me to at least by name 2 of the stores.
Okay, and that's literally because with the gun fucking
and that's fine.
Each time I even say anything, like, hey, come on, do this and that, she'd be like, why?
Okay.
No, I don't want to do nothing.
Okay.
And I'd be like, yes, you are.
Okay.
And literally make it do it,
Okay.
make it.
And that's fine. And I appreciate you being
And I'm
100%
fucking
honest.
sorry. Like, I'm literally, I
So-
just want to say sorry to
So
her.
let's get back to whether she was there or not, and you drove the cars. Obviously, you didn't pull right up in front of the store. That takes some thought. You couldn't have been that messed up, because if you'd have been that messed up, you'd have parked right at the gas pump, walked in, robbed the place, got back in your car, and drove off. But every time, you didn't park in the parking lot. You walked into the parking lot.
Yeah, because I knew better.
Okay, see, and okay, I get that. So, the one that's go down the road from her house,
Yeah.
where'd you park the car at? If you can remember.
Fucking know. Somewhere in the woods. Like, there's some woods somewhere down
Okay,
there.
was
I
it
know
on
that.
the road? Obviously, it wasn't just in the trees.
No, I know that. Like, it might have been right across from it. Is there something?
Okay, well, the one down from her house, there's a road right there called Munson Boulevard.
Okay.
And it's pretty dark, and there's some houses back in there, and there's trees, and so, you think you parked the car on Munson Boulevard and then walked up
I
to the
might
store?
have. Honestly, I might have.
So, what about the McKenzie Mart? So you hit, the only reason, because you hit that one twice. And then you hit the McKenzie Mart twice out on the Parkway.
Like,
And you didn't park in that parking lot either.
yeah, okay, let me tell you something. Like, only reason, I know you're asking me all this question to make a conviction. That way, if I do take it to trial, I'm totally, but I don't even care about that. Alright, I know you asking me questions to make me admit those things, because you really, a lot of the stuff you don't know, because I know how this works.
Well, this is a Sitka, that's Crawfordville, this is Munson Boulevard. We know you parked here and then walked to the store.
Okay.
We know that much.
Here's another reason I know that, because you dropped money on the last one when you robbed that one. You dropped money out of your pockets.
How much I dropped?
I don't know, it was,
Several,
it was like
couple
$5
fives.
bills.
Because the dog tracked you to right where you got in the car and drove off.
Okay.
Okay, so that's how we know where you were. Okay?
And like I said, I know all this, what I'm just telling you, but the only
But here's the thing.
reason I ain't even telling you any of this, honestly, because there's literally an innocent person in custody for something that I did.
Exactly.
And that's the only reason I'm telling you.
I will agree with you 100%.
That's the only reason I'm telling you.
I agree with you
anything.
100%.
But
the more that you're truthful and you confirm and are honest with stuff that we already know, which is why I'm asking you these questions, that just goes to prove that I can trust you and that I'm willing to go and Investigator Pinker's willing to go to the state attorney's office and go, you know what? He admitted to everything we knew, maybe told us 1 or 2 things that we didn't know or answered some questions why, and that you know, after we talk about it, honestly, we can go, yeah, maybe I do believe him. Maybe she, you know, he made her do it and she had no idea, and, you know, he's feeding her drugs, you know, but I can actually have that conversation rather than go, man, he didn't tell me anything. I think he's a liar.
Yeah, but this thing is, it's like, it's not like she ain't do.
Okay.
That's the thing. You know that. You don't see her in the store robbing. You don't see.
I wish it was that simple.
You know what I mean? I'm just telling you. I ain't make her do not like that. You know what I'm saying?
Let's stop.
Because if I was really ruthless, I make her go, you do this and come back. You know what I'm saying?
Let me give you the vision of what's being seen, okay?
All right.
Step back. You see 5 stores get robbed, okay? There's a car involved. License plates are red. DNA is collected. And then all of a sudden, this crazy stuff we're not going to talk about happens. Next thing you know, those 2 people are here. As far away from Tallahassee as they could get before they're caught. You see what I'm saying?
Right. But that's not the reason I'm here.
Yeah, but you see, she was with you then, she's with you now. That makes her look really bad.
That makes it look bad. But
Yeah.
that's because in my sick mind that I love her and I feel like nobody can have her but me. I feel like if I'm going somewhere, she's going with me.
Okay.
And even if I'm not in in the right state of mind, but that's how in my sickness, that's how I feel like you're gonna be there where I'm at, whatever, whenever.
Well, where in your mind, where were you going?
I'm just going. I'm literally just going to see my parents. Literally.
Your birth parents?
Nah, my adopted parents.
But they're in Tallahassee.
No, they're not. They actually moved. Yeah.
Richard's your adopted parent.
Oh well, yeah. I don't talk to them. I'm talking about my grandparents and my
well,
mama's side.
your grandmother's in North Carolina.
In North Carolina, and my mom is in Virginia. The only reason I stopped by Kansas City or anything like around Memphis is because to go see Grand Canyon. That was to see Elvis. That was literally just.
Oh, Graceland?
Yeah, no, Great Canyon. I mean, not. Oh God,
Grand
Slam.
Grand Slam.
Like, you know, the Elvis Mansion.
Oh, Graceland. That's the name of it.
Well, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, I'm really just enjoying life. I've been in prison for 6 years.
Okay.
I'm really just exploring.
Did you think you eventually you'd be caught? So you're trying to, like, maybe see some things before. You're like, man, I did some messed up stuff. Eventually I'm going to get caught.
I mean,
let me go see some things before.
I mean,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
It 100% makes sense. It's no different than having a bucket list, and the doctor's like, man, you got cancer, and you got 6 months to live.
Yeah.
You're like, man, I want to go skydiving. I want to go scuba diving. I want to go see, you know, where Elvis lived. I want to go see the Grand Canyon. I want to go watch, you know, the New York, you know, Yankees play in their state. I mean, so I get it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's another question. Like, why are we in Missouri?
So that makes sense.
You know, why are we in Tallahassee? You know, we go from Tallahassee. You know, you lived there for a long time. You know, why do we end up out here?
Yeah, so,
you know,
as you gave me a word, you would tell my wife that I'm sorry for drugging her, putting guns to her head, just sorry even being in her life, pretty much. You know what I mean?
I will tell her that.
Right.
I promise you.
I
swear to you, you know, the oath that I took to be a police officer, that I will tell her that stuff for you.
Yeah, tell her I'm truly sorry for putting her through all this, and I admitted everything. You know what I mean? And I just wish I could take it back.
We probably got a couple more questions.
All right.
Okay, so in reference to some of the robberies, you tried to go in the safes. Like, were you hoping they were unlocked, or?
Yeah.
Because the last one you actually punched in code.
You were trying to, like, punch in buttons and try to, I mean,
like a dumbass.
And you stole, I mean, what else did you, the last one, you got cash, but you stole some other stuff. What did you steal?
I don't fucking remember.
You don't remember?
I don't even remember, honestly.
Well, you took a bunch of cigarettes.
I took cigarettes.
Did you smoke?
Took cartons.
Like, you took, like...
Almost $600 worth of cigarettes.
$600 worth? I don't even remember that. I know I had a lot of cigarettes, though. Like, I know I was smoking a lot.
That's what I was about to say, do you smoke?
We were wondering if you sold them.
Yeah, I mean, cigarettes, I mean, hell, when they were telling me, they were like, yeah, cigarettes are $8 a pack. I was like, jeez.
It was like, $80 or something?
I mean, $80, yeah, $80 for a carton of cigarettes.
Yeah, no, I was smoking. I smoked cigarettes.
You did. Yeah. I thought maybe you weren't a smoker and you were going to sell them and make some money.
Some people, they'll break the pack open, they'll sell them $1 a cigarette. Well, a carton of cigarettes will make you a couple $1,000.
No, I wasn't doing shit like that. I was just smoking.
Okay, it was just kind of odd. I mean, you went from
Just doing money.
You went from like, hey, I need the money, I need the money, I need the money, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna steal some cigarettes. And like, it wasn't just like, hey, I'm gonna take 2 packs. So like, you know, you took like packs upon packs upon packs upon cigarettes, and then cards. It's like, that's kind of, you know, it's just
because you had the forethought. You got a bag from under the counter, and you put all these cartons in it, and you walked out with a bag like you were shopping. So you don't remember any of that?
I don't even remember that shit, honestly.
You just woke up and there was a bunch of cigarettes.
Pretty much.
So you've probably been smoking those cigarettes for the past.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you smoke that many, if all those cigarettes are gone, and you smoked that many cigarettes since 2 weeks ago, that's a lot of damn cigarettes.
I smoked a lot of cigarettes.
Holy cow,
When did you start smoking? Because everybody said you don't smoke. Did you start smoking in prison? No,
Nah, I smoked before prison.
you did?
Okay. What about Samantha? Does she smoke that often, or just recently?
Or did you start her smoking?
She vapes.
Vapes.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, just from what we've been talking about, is my wife good, man? Like, is she gonna be straight?
There's no way to tell that right now. The only thing we can do is take what you're telling us back to Tallahassee and tell the prosecutors.
Alright.
Okay, then what they're going to do at that point is they're going to look at everything. They'll look at all the evidence we've brought them, and if everything you told, which so far everything's lining up, as far as the guy wouldn't, because the guy even said that you said something he didn't think you, or he couldn't understand. I can't remember. Either he didn't hear you, or he was freaking out and he didn't move fast enough, and that's when you hit him. And that's basically what you just told me.
Yeah, I guess I did.
So, and with the other ones, we knew you parked away and you walked up, and you said you knew better than doing it. So you're confirming what we already knew.
Yeah.
So now we can go back and say, yeah, he confirmed he did these, and he's confirming that he doped his wife up and threatened her. Did you ever threaten to harm anybody else besides her? You ever threatened her was it 3-year-old? Or do you remember?
I mean, I might have. I don't really remember.
You ever threatened her family? Or would you,
I
in that
probably would have.
that state of mind, you would threaten her, that
yeah.
you would harm her family?
Yeah.
Okay. So we can take that back to them, and they have to come, because you know how the system works. The prosecutor makes the final decision, because they're the lawyers.
Right.
And it actually, to be honest with you, it actually looks pretty decent for her. She's got a much better chance. You have none.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm sure he feels the same way. I have no problem having that conversation with them and saying, hey, you know, look, this is what he said. You know, I'm pretty sure he's being pretty truthful. I mean, and all honesty, I'm telling you the truth right now, I do believe you. I believe that she had nothing to do with this. You know, just from how you're saying something, that you forced her, I think it's pretty messed up.
And now that I'm sober, like, I realized that.
And I get that. Here's the thing. I don't care what drug it is, pills, meth, crack, coke. I mean, it messes with your mind. It makes you do stuff that you normally wouldn't do if you were sober.
Right.
And meth's one of those things that you can't ever quit. You just got to be away from it.
So were you doing like any harder drugs besides? I mean, pills are bad.
Yeah, I was, honestly.
You were doing meth too.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of figured that. I already knew that from the get-go.
Yeah.
I mean, that it was just a hunch.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, meth
makes you do stuff.
Pills,
other stuff won't make you do.
Pills don't make you hold a gun to somebody's head and make you go do something.
Yeah.
Meth?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, Molly, stuff that you don't have any idea what it is. Yeah, that messes with the
people that make it don't know what's in it.
Yeah, they don't. They don't.
Yeah, you get someone in Miami that takes and tries to eat somebody's face off.
Yeah, that's a serious problem.
That's nasty.
So I got one more question for you, because I worked one of the last ones. When you try to get into the safe and when you stole the cigarettes, you did something and told the cashier something. Where did you make her go?
Do you remember?
It's the one 2 weeks ago.
I don't even know if it was a female, male.
Do you remember taking one of them's phone?
I don't even remember that, honestly. I was so...
Is that something you would do, is take somebody's phone so they couldn't call 911?
Probably being paranoid.
Okay. But you didn't steal it, though. You
I didn't steal it.
You just put it up on a shelf and told her to wait 3 minutes or
Wait
5
3
minutes or
minutes.
something.
Wait 3 minutes before you call 911.
Sounds like me.
Okay. I mean, 'cause
I didn't want to hurt nobody.
you did, you know, and from everybody we talked to, you didn't really seem like you wanted to hurt
I
anybody.
just wanted some money.
Yeah,
Some drugs.
Now, the thing that did concern me is on the gun. Every video I watched, you had your finger in the trigger.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Was it loaded? I think you buried it. So obviously,
Yeah, I don't even know.
Okay. I mean, it's just,
I know. I fucking know, honestly.
Okay.
I don't even know.
So that's
All I
what-
know is just it's gonna scare somebody into willing to give the money.
You probably know that somebody's going to
Yeah, they're gonna scare them.
Because, I don't know about this other thing, accidents happen. But the problem is, you go into a convenience store to rob it, your finger's on the trigger. If you would have shot one of those clerks, you would definitely be looking at the death penalty. You follow me? So, that's what scared me, because, you know, you were getting more and more blatant about it, because it was like I was saying, you had the first one, it was like 13 days later, you had the next one. So I was like, I wonder, because those first two, the first three, I didn't know who you were. The fourth one, I knew who you were, and I was able to link who you were to those other ones. You follow me? Because it's like putting a puzzle together. A lot of times when you get a spree, it may take 2, 3, 4, 5 of those before we figure out who you are. But then you keep wearing the same clothes over again, and we get you on video. We're able to put all those pieces together, and then once we get you identified, then we can submit with the DNA and all that kind of stuff, and then we get it confirmed. You follow me? But it was just weird how this. I was telling you about this pattern. So it almost sounded like it was just you'd use money until you ran out of drugs, and it just so happened to be that it was 13 days later or 10 days, 10 days. And
Yeah,
were you working anywhere? Were you trying to work anywhere?
No, at first I did.
Where at?
I worked at, when I first got out of prison, I worked for Mr. Edwin. It's like a little construction company.
Okay.
And that's when I got back on drugs again. And I just needed money.
How'd you get back in drugs? With some of the people you're hanging with?
Yeah.
So you didn't stay away from the old friends?
No, I started shooting up meth,
Oh, so you were shooting?
Yeah.
Were you doing that before you went to prison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started shooting meth, started doing pills, Oxy, Percocets,
Seems like anything you use your hands
anything get my hands on, but Klonopins were like the biggest, was the easiest for me to get. Yeah, so
Is it cheaper or?
yeah, they're cheaper and they do most effect, especially like if you want to have somebody cooperate to make you do something. You know what I mean?
So what were you ingest them? Would you shoot them up?
Klonopins?
Yeah.
I just take them.
You just take
I
them?
take about like 5 at a time. Like
Sure.
black out and then drink with it. I don't even know what happens half the times.
Were you ever working at a nightclub anywhere?
Yeah, I worked in a nightclub.
Which one?
Cafe West Tennessee, Cafe Shisha.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were you doing for them?
I was just bouncer.
Just bouncing?
Yeah.
How many times do you think you worked there? Because I know they're only open certain nights and busy
I
nights.
just worked there probably like 2 or 3 weekends.
Because we were wondering if maybe you did the robberies and then you went to because that don't start happening until later.
No, I ain't doing none of that. No, that was just something I was making. That was just for the nightlife, just be out the house.
So it wasn't connected at all.
Nah.
Now, did you ever go to one of the stores and think maybe the police were there and go to another store that you can think of?
No. I mean, I usually just go.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, honestly, the way I look at it, I don't even know, like, you probably seen it, like, I don't even care. Like, there could be 100 freaking cars there, and I would just go and do it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know if you realized you were doing this, but, like, if you came in and there was 2 or 3 people shopping or at the cash register, you'd walk around and pick stuff up.
Oh, yeah, to make it look
like you were shopping.
Shopping, yeah.
And then once the last person walked out, you'd walk right behind the counter and pull the guy out.
Yeah, that sounds
like you.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
So would you do that so there wouldn't be witnesses? Or
probably whatever I was thinking in my mind. Yeah.
Now, in Uri, what would the Uri have done on those drugs and stuff if somebody would have pulled a gun out,
On me,
mm-hmm,
I would shoot him.
you would have shot them.
Yeah.
See, that's what scares me. Because you had that finger on that trigger.
And the drugs, man. I mean,
The drugs, like, that's bad. Like I'm literally still throwing up in my cell. Like,
I don't doubt it.
Like
You're going through some withdrawals right now.
I'm going bad for withdrawals.
You're going through some withdrawals, and it's, it'll pass.
Yeah.
Some people go to, you've been to rehabs before. I mean, it's a lot easier when it's rehab because they give you some stuff to help with that. I mean, it's a lot harder when, man, you straight up cold turkey.
I mean, and I tried to tell the nurses here at the county jail, and they were like, oh, we'll tell the doctor. And I haven't been seen by a nurse or nothing yet. What time is it?
It's 6:10 here.
Yeah, 6:10 here. So.
No, to get on with, you were on drugs before you went to prison.
Yeah.
Now, were you getting drugs when you were in prison?
Yeah.
So, I know most of these tattoos you got when you were in prison. Did you have to pay for them?
Yeah.
How did you get money to do that?
I got people send me money.
So they put money in your canteen. Would you buy them like a moon pie or what?
Yeah, stuff like that. It's easy.
Okay. I've never seen somebody come out of prison with more tattoos. Like, you usually see little tattoos in there. Like, you got, like...
Yeah.
And this doesn't look like jail tattoos.
Yeah,
they look good.
They're good.
So how did you... I mean, there are literally people that good in jail that have the... I mean, because that looks like you went to the tattoo parlor on the corner that's got all the equipment. I mean...
They do it.
What do they do it with?
Like soot, burn like Murray's grease.
But they just got like a wire out of the mattress or something and heat it up?
Pretty much.
Holy crap.
That's pretty good.
I just can't wait, because I mean, that on your neck is just, it's not crooked lines, it's straight lines.
Yeah, they do a good job, man.
You got the roads look, I mean, you can tell it's a rose. Most of the time, jail tattoos look like kids were handwriting.
They come out look like a 5-year-old wrote on them.
Yeah, right.
Now, what do you need to see a doctor because you...
Yeah, I'm going through withdrawals.
Withdrawals?
I'm throwing up every freaking day. I can't eat, can't sleep. Like, when I do fall asleep, it's like cold sweats. You know what I mean?
No, that's common.
And they're just not doing anything for me. So sometimes I wake up, just wish I was dead and the way I feel, I feel better now because it's kind of like quiet environment.
You're getting off the stuff's getting out of your system. You start to...
But your body's still craving it.
Yeah, your body's craving it, but the chemicals are leaving your body or dissipating.
Yeah.
And you're kind of becoming more normal, and and you'll start thinking about things because your head's not cloudy.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
Because I don't think you've done all this crazy stuff if you would have been on that stuff. At least you wouldn't have drugged her into it.
Yeah.
Now, do you want me to leave this with you or not?
I mean, you want to come see me again, or you need?
Well, you have to. From this point on, you have to ask for me to come see you. I can't just show up.
That's cool. Because when you guys come get me?
Well, we won't.
When you come get me?
Has anybody talked to you about, do you know what extradition is?
No, yeah, actually, yeah. Nobody talked to me about it.
Okay, that'll probably tonight or in the morning. Someone's going to talk to you about it, and it's up to you. If you tell them you want to go back home, you sign a form, and that expedites it, speeds it up to where it's just a couple of days instead of a couple of months.
Yeah.
But that's something you have to decide.
Yeah. But
once you get back to Tallahassee, if there's something more you want to talk to me about, that's the reason I was wondering if you want to. Now, my last name is Pinkard. I mean, you can see I'm the only person that's got a name like that with the police department. So
the whole reason I'm telling you all this, man, is really, you know what I mean? Because I understand that, like, you know what I mean? I've done something that's real, you know what I mean? And I feel guilty about it now that I'm off drugs, like, actually understand what's happening. You know what I mean? I realized, like, look, man, I got an innocent life in here with me for no reason.
Two innocent lives.
Two?
She's pregnant. Or she thinks she is.
Well, she thinks she is.
But she haven't had a period?
I mean, and they'll confirm that eventually once she gets
back to Tallahassee.
Once she gets back to Tallahassee, then they'll get, that's...
It sounds, she said the other time that this has happened is when she was pregnant with the other baby.
Okay.
So women know their bodies.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. So, and that's why.
Yeah, so if she's, I think, what'd she say, 3 weeks?
2 or 3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks, what?
Late.
2 or 3 weeks.
So she knows her body. She said she's always.
Yeah.
Now she wasn't doing any drugs with you, was she? Or you making her do?
Making her do a lot of things.
See, no, that could have screwed her system up.
Yeah.
So that.
I mean, I keep making her do, but were you making her do anything worse than that?
No meth, right? Because that will mess up a
Like I said, I was doing Klonopin because, you know what I mean? I know that was like what? Conscience.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if she is pregnant, that's 2 lives you've affected. If not, it's 1 life, and that's
So
1 life too many.
So did you drive out of Tallahassee then? Oh, I mean, if she's, so you drove out of Tallahassee and drove up all the way around up here.
And as a kid, did you ever come up this way?
As a kid, nah. I did in Tennessee. That's about it.
Didn't you have a granddad in Colorado or Oklahoma or something?
Yeah, I
did
do.
you ever go visit him?
Before I went to prison.
That was like when you were little, right?
Yeah, little.
So do you remember going there?
Yeah.
Because this is almost, because we were thinking it was because the hurricane hit I-10.
Yeah.
Because normally you would go I-10 to Dallas and go up to go to where your granddad lived. So we were like, well, maybe that's where he's trying to get to is his granddad.
Yeah.
But he doesn't live there anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you knew that.
Yeah. Nah.
So you don't want me to put this in your pocket?
No, it's fine, man.
You do want it?
Come on, sure.
I mean, obviously, you said your car's here. You got a bunch of your personal stuff in your car.
Yeah, that's our car.
Okay. I mean, is it more than likely that some of those clothes that you were wearing are probably in that car? I mean,
Nah.
You don't think so?
Nah, I don't think so.
You remember what you would have done with them?
Anytime I...
Well, you wore one.
I did, but eventually I just threw all them shoes away.
This is one thing. The last robbery.
Yeah.
Did you realize you had 2 different shoes on?
Nah.
You had a high top on your right, and you had the gray shoe on the other.
I'm so... That's like, I don't...
We notice things like that, obviously,
Yeah.
and it's just like one of the things like, why the hell is he wearing 2 different shoes?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
And we were wondering if you were trying to throw us off or something with different shoes or something.
Nah, I don't even know this. Like, you saying I got 2 different shoes on?
One shoe had red laces, and you had another shoe that had black laces.
It was a high top, black and blue.
Nah, I didn't even know that.
That's crazy. Isn't it?
I didn't even know.
Not surprising, but I was wondering if maybe you lost a shoe or... Because I think one of the shoes had a sole missing or something, so I was wondering, well, maybe you just grabbed this other shoe and put it on.
So just so we know, check. I know you obviously you had the little .22 revolver. You said and that was using a thing. You said you had another gun. A little, what was it?
It was 380.
Is it in the
Did
car?
you ever use that in any other robbery, like these robberies, or when did you get that gun?
Didn't have that one too.
So you've had that one too?
Was it buried with the first one?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any bullets for it?
Actually, I ran out.
What were you, like target practice?
Target practicing.
Okay.
So that one's in the car.
Yeah.
You know what kind it is?
Where?
In the car.
The 380?
Yeah.
Like Smith & Wesson?
Oh, I don't even remember. I don't even fucking remember, honestly.
You know where it's at. I mean, obviously we're gonna find it anyway, but
Yeah.
But you knew that one would shoot, but you didn't know the other one would.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is my wife gonna get her car back?
I don't know. It's gonna wind up in Tallahassee.
Yeah.
What happens with it then? That's gonna have to be decided down the road. So.
Yeah.
But you know it's not worth.
We gotta get you guys down there.
It's not worth season.
Yeah,
Because it was used in a felony, but it's not worth season. It's not worth enough.
You
money.
guys paid like $250 for that car.
Yeah.
Like it's.
Yeah, if it was like a Lamborghini, we'd go take it and I'd drive it around town.
Oh, okay, but that one I just probably give it back to her.
Get our family members or something.
They'll decide that, but we gotta get you guys down there, and then we gotta get the car down there. That way, the fine people of Independence up here can go about dealing with stuff they gotta deal with in their town.
They're locals.
Cause they've been
So how long do you
helping us.
think it's gonna take before I get over there? Or
I would hope,
2 or 3
honestly,
days.
I would hope today's Thursday, Monday's a holiday, it's Labor Day. I would really hope that you guys would be back in Tallahassee next week. You know, early. I mean,
With Monday being a holiday, it's going to kind of slow things down.
yeah. I mean,
So like the court being pushed back because of the COVID-19, so she might be sitting in the county jail for a while.
I don't know. Like I said, that's for once us to get home, talk to the state attorney's office.
Can that be dropped like right away after you talk to her?
I don't know. We have to talk to them. I don't.
So we don't have the authority to
we don't
drop
have authority, and I can't tell you yes or no because I don't even know the process.
Alright.
You know, I tell them, hey, I want to charge this guy, and they go, yep, cool, and we file a warrant. All that other stuff, that's their specialty. Obviously, I probably should have been a lawyer. I'd make a lot more money, but I didn't go into that field, so I don't know that stuff. So,
Yeah. So I mean, like from what I said and everything, It's
It's a
about
possibility.
it's about possibility. I'm saying it's about
I'll tell you, she's in a much better spot now that we're leaving than she was when we were driving up here.
yeah. But that's what I'm
But
saying.
it's saying-
It matching up and everything, right? Like, 'cause that's what happened.
Well, thanks to you coming off of it and telling us.
Yeah, like for real, I feel guilty.
Because had you just left it hanging like that,
Yeah, who
There's
knows? Now
absolutely-
it's just a waiting game.
there's absolutely nothing we could have done.
It could be. It's just a waiting game. It's like then you have to go to court, and there'll be more investigators. Then it's the lawyer. Then we're going to court. Okay, then the court's being pushed back. Now she sits there.
Courts are starting to go back now,
Yeah.
you know, so that's...
Because they're actually having trials this week.
They're starting to have trials, and so that's a good thing, so it's not being pushed off. So they kind of got to get through a little bit of the backlog stuff they have, but I mean,
Yeah.
the process is moving, you know, and it all, like I said, it all depends on...
I would imagine since not in our case, but since there is a death involved, it will probably expedite or speed up the process. If that makes, because it's anytime there's a death, it speeds up things. I mean, it becomes more important, way more important because, you know, somebody that's in jail for stealing a candy bar, they're going to push it back and deal with.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
With even armed robbery is going to take more focus than some BS crime like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Is there anything maybe you can? There's some stuff we can't answer, but there may be some. I mean, we know the message that you want him to give her. Is there any question you want to ask us as far as like maybe if anybody got hurt from the robberies?
Yeah. Anybody get hurt?
Just the one guy on those 5
Are
robberies.
they all work there still?
One, I think she was going to quit.
I think they're probably going to quit. I mean, you know...
That one, the girl from the last one.
If you were somebody came in and robbed you and scared the hell out of you, you probably would think twice about, do I really want to work here again?
And she was on the phone with her mama when you robbed her. And it scared her elderly mom, too.
Oh, okay.
I told you, I promise I'll relay the message.
What
What you got? I'm going to tell her that you're deeply sorry. Everything you just
You're
told
sorry
you sorry put her in this situation.
Yeah.
You know,
So, tell her I'm sorry
I know.
for putting a gun to her head. I'm sorry for feeding her drugs. Can you please tell her that? All right, thank you. That's all I wanted to know. That's what I wanted you to tell me.
Okay.
Because I really feel sorry for that.
And you will. I mean, you're coming off stuff.
Yeah.
You have a lot of time to think about things. So,
Yeah, you're right.
And with the other thing was you need to talk to your attorney about that and express to them that you want to do whatever you can to help her and get that attorney. Because what you can do is get that attorney to arrange a meeting with the state attorney and the sheriff's office,
yeah, absolutely.
and you need to do that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Because if you're telling me you're feeling guilty,
Yeah.
now if you're feeling guilty, you need to arrange for that. You need to
But
make
that
things
other thing that you know what I mean, I'm charged with and stuff like that. That definitely ain't got nothing to do with my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
Okay.
I ain't even worried about that. You know what I'm saying?
But you need to try to, as soon as you get an attorney, you need to try to get them working on that.
Yeah.
Okay, because that all that needs to come out, all that needs to be told, and it'll help her like what you just helped her with these.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
All right.
All right, tell her that.
Uri Harris pleaded no contest to first-degree murder and was sentenced in September 2021 to life in prison for killing 25-year-old Parth Patel on August 27, 2020, during a home invasion robbery on Oxbow Circle in Tallahassee.